What's up, y'all? We back. Like we saw last video. Devin McCourty is back. That is big for us, especially with our matchup we got against Seattle this week. But we're gonna take a quick look at these season stats. Tom Brady, 20 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 2,200 yards, and only been sacked 12 times. So that's a great year. LeGarrette Blount, just under 1,000 yards. Going into week 10, that's a great year for him. 8 touchdowns. He is doing great. We need to get James White a few more carries. That would be very, very good for us. And okay, so now we got Jordan Edelman leading the team with the receptions. We need to get Bennett more involved as he only has 1 touchdown. That's just we need to get him more involved in this offense. Even though we're gonna squeeze as much as we possibly can. We all know he's leaving for free agency because he wanted more money. So Dante Hightower leading our team with tackles. He's doing good. Malcolm Butler is having a lot of tackles too. But here we go. Barkevius Mingo with 10 sacks in week 10, having a great year. Trey Flowers, second on our team in sacks, killing. We have a lot of players just making plays there. And interceptions, Pat Chung with 3. Sadly, we're not going to be playing Pat Chung as much. As Devin McCourty has came back, he's our starting free safety, but Pat Chung is our backup strong safety, backed up to Daron Harmon. He's not going to get as much playing time, but he served the purpose he did at the time. We want to build Daron Harmon up a little bit more since he is younger. Pat Chung is going to be 30 pretty soon, and I don't see a lot of progression coming out of him. So we need, but he did very good for us for that time being. But we're going to keep him at the backup spot because he still gets playing time. But he's just not a set in stone starter for us, and that's honestly just how it goes. That's the NFL. That's the business. Devin McCourty is one of the best safeties in the league, and we're definitely going to have him playing at the position that he is. So here we go. Going into this game against Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson versus Tom Brady, the Super Bowl matchup, rematch. And here we go looking at the offensive stats. Seattle's offense is not as nearly as productive as ours. First downs is a big difference, but it's in Foxborough. Night game. Here we go. So Seattle ends up getting the ball. And the first play of the game. First play of the game is a penalty versus Seattle. But I can tell you right now, this game was a big game. Special teams and turnovers and penalties were a big part of this game. It was a big defensive battle right there. But Eric Rowe coming in from the nickel spot with the sack to start the game off right in Foxborough, get the crowd riled up, get them wild. Russell Wilson didn't really have time to even see it coming as we get that sack right there. Show you guys a different angle. And let's look at it one more time. Wow. Boom! Let's go, baby. But yep, so that puts him in a 2nd and 20 situation. Russell Wilson and bow. So Devin McCourty coming in hot to start the game, start the game off right for him, coming back from his injury. And look at that pressure we are getting. So we get the incompletion. That was a great 3-and-out to start the game. But here we go with crucial plays in games right here with the punt. Julian Edelman back there. And we are going to be off pretty soon. Okay, and here we go. And the damn guy runs into the damn punter. Big plays. Stupid penalties to give Seattle the ball back. That is an automatic first down. Roughing the kicker. Pat Chung. Didn't we just talk about Pat Chung? And you're going to do that. So Seattle ends up getting the ball back. And here we go. Markevius Mingo making great plays. He's not only a pass rusher, but yet he can stop the run. That's what I'm saying. We might need to sign him back. Like free agency, we might have to, depending on how much money is being splashed on him, we might have to get him, or we're just going to have to draft somebody because he wanted more money, and just we can't handle that. So here we go with a third down, and you've got to be kidding me. Another penalty by Malcolm Brown. Is that Malcolm Brown? Looks like it was Malcolm Brown with the damn penalty. So that gives Seattle another first down. Yet this is still their first drive of the game. It's the opening drive to the entire game. And Thomas Rawls getting that nice little rush. What's funny is that I'm actually from Washington, like where the Seahawks are, but I just, like I said in one of my first videos, that I couldn't be a Seahawks fan. But every time, like growing up, every time Patriots and Seattle played, it's been a doozy. And that Super Bowl, man, I couldn't wait to come home. It was hilarious. Going around wearing my Patriots stuff, people just giving me dirty looks. But the only reason you could give me dirty looks because Malcolm Butler got that interception. But Jabal Sheard with that sack to force a second down and long situation for Seattle. So we already starting off the week off right, better than we did against Buffalo, as we did not get a single sack against Buffalo. And we're stopping the run game. Our defense is one of the most respected defenses in the league right now. One of the best defenses in the league, especially especially since not last week, but the last game we had against LaShawn McCoy, we had to really stop that run game. So then we ended up getting putting them in a fourth down situation. But we ended up getting the ball back, driving down, nickel and diming down the field to put us for this 3rd and 5 situation. And Brady's going to hit Gronk down the sideline. Gronk trucking Richard Sherman. Brady he wanted to start this game off right against Seattle. Put us in a 1st and goal situation after that Gronk catch. And Tom Brady with the time in the pocket. And James Devlin, oh, God. Bam Bam Cam hitting James Devlin. That was our fullback. And he had no chance. So, we're going to try to do what Seattle didn't do. We're going to try to run it on 2nd down. But, it's kind of funny that people got all mad that Seattle threw the ball in that situation. Because, in all honesty, and look at that, we're going to pass. And it was incomplete. But, yeah, so, like, with Seattle, when they decided to pass the ball, that wasn't a dumb decision. Like, the only reason people are saying it's a dumb decision is because it got picked off. Most coaches will throw the ball on 2nd down. But, we just happened to make a great play at a great time and get the interception. You can't take that away from us. Honestly, if it would have been incomplete and they would have ran it in on 3rd down and got a touchdown, nobody would have ever complained about them even trying to pass it. I understand, yeah, they had beast mode and stuff, but, you got to keep teams on their toes, and and they thought the play was going to work. Honestly, Malcolm Butler just made a great play, just a lifetime play and a lifetime situation. So, this is going to be this 3rd and 2. Seattle ball deep in our territory, and Thomas Rawls stopped by Devin McCourty making the great plays with his first game back from the injury. So Seattle ended up settling for a field goal, and we ended up getting the ball, getting put in 3rd and 5 situation. As Tom Brady is still struggling. This secondary is ridiculous. And you've got to be kidding me. I can tell you right now that the blocking in this game is ridiculous. The corner, I even held it for a little bit. Like, they just jump. When they want to block it, they are going to block it. Seems like they jump it every time they want to block it. So it ends up getting Seattle the ball, and Thomas Rawls with a big run to start the drive. And so here we go, 2nd and 2. Bend don't break. Come on, that's our goal. Bend don't break. And Thomas Rawls, what beautiful tackle by Dante Hightower to knock him out of bounds. Put us on loss for a yard. Put him in a 3rd and 3. And Russell Wilson, he's a good quarterback. And that was a beautiful throw to Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Seattle. Seattle's having a great game to start, like they're making the plays. Special teams is really keeping them at bay. I can tell you right now that the reason you're not seeing a lot of offense from us right now is because a lot of penalties. But then we hit Dola down the field to really give us a spark. Down 13-3 late in the second quarter. We needed that spark. And Julian Edelman getting the tackle. After Dola got that catch, it seemed like we really started getting a spark for the drive. That was a crucial time for us to make that play as we hit Bennett. Tom Brady, he's tired. He don't want to be down 13-3 at home. It's a primetime game. And okay, here we go. Keep going down. So Tom Brady gonna step up in the pocket, and that pressure gets there again. And put us in 2nd down and 10. Oh man, like this pressure is just, see, nobody's open. Like Brady, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, he forced that, but nothing's open. Like the secondaries just, they're ridiculous. So Brady's gonna try to run for it, and a fumble. That is so stupid. Madden is dumb. Quarterbacks don't fumble when they dive like that much. Like it's just dumb. Like Brady tried to dive for that 1st down, trying to make the play, but you're gonna give Seattle the ball here. And Russell Wilson scrambling out, and Landon Roberts, the rookie. Oh no, it's Marquise Mingo. Boom, with another sack late in the season. Wow, that was good coverage by Marquise Mingo. And bow. Let's go. Landon Roberts with the safety. And that is beautiful to make it 13-5. We get him getting the ball back. Actually, a lot didn't happen in that time after that safety, but we ended up getting the ball back. And here we go, hitting Dola down the sideline. Brady hit him on that corner route. 13-5, 2-minute warning. And Brady ends up hitting Dola. Like I said, we need to get Amendola involved in the offense. He's a big part of this team, big part of this offense. We need to get him more involved. Brady hitting James White and touchdown. Touchdown, beautiful. James White with his first receiving touchdown of the season. That is late. That is surprising for how much we hit him, like out the backfield. For this to be his first touchdown, that was remarkable. So we end up getting the ball back like late in the game. But I just wanted to show you guys an example of how hard it was to run, do anything on this defense. See how we ended up getting the ball at half, and we just dinked and dying down the field, but we didn't do anything. We ended up settling for a field goal, so I didn't feel like there was really much to show for that drive. But Russell Wilson scrambling, hitting Doug Baldwin down the sideline. This was a tough-fought game. I can tell you that much right now, because we started off the drive with a really fast drive, but we really big plays getting down the field, but we ended up settling for a field goal. That's why I felt like it wasn't. There was no point to really show the drive, because I wanted to. But that one play, I had to show you the example of how hard and tough it was to run against this defense and play against this defense. As Thomas Rawls just manhandles Devin McCourty and rushes for a touchdown. That was disrespectful, to say the least. So we end up getting the ball back here. As Tom Brady can just step up in the pocket and hit LeGarrette Blount as he gets destroyed. And KJ Wright is down. So KJ Wright gets injured. But Tom Brady. We recognize that KJ Wright's out and we have a backup linebacker there. So we're gonna exploit that. Julian Edelman going across the middle. Where that linebacker spot was. So Julian Edelman ends up going down the field. So we end up getting this drive. Tom Brady with another play. Sherman gets burnt, but he baited us. Great players make great plays. He baited great player versus great player. Richard Sherman baited us. That was the first time we attacked his side, and he made us pay for it. So we know better to not go to that side next time. But here we go. So Russell Wilson hits Doug Baldwin again down the field. That's a great play by that tandem. So I put him 1st and 10 as they do the read option. Russell Wilson. But Dante Hightower ain't having it, and he forces the fumble. Russell Wilson fumbles, give us the ball back. So we end up making a couple plays to get down the field after that forced fumble, and Tom Brady hitting Dola down the field. Like I said, we really need to get Dola involved in this game. He is involved. He seems to be our only playmaker right now, as Gronk and Bennett, none of them are really realistically getting open. But Amendola seems to be the only one that's consistently getting open and making plays. As we give the ball to LeGarrette Blount, and here we go. Okay, so I am getting the ball. 2nd and goal from the 5, and LeGarrette Blount walks into the end zone. Beautiful blocking. Had to just pound it. We had to show Seattle that we ain't scared of that defense. We will pound it. If y'all want to hit us, we'll hit you back. Blunt force trauma into the end zone, untouched. That was beautiful play. Just absolute dominance right there. And so we end up wanting to go for 2. It's 21-20. 3rd quarter is about to end. We want to make it a field goal game. So here we go. Tom Brady's obviously surveilling the defense. Changes the play. Still looking. And changes the play again. He's really wanting to set up our team in a good position. And Chris Hogan drops it. Cam Chancellor with the great coverage. But that ends up getting Seattle the ball back. They dink and dummy down the field a little bit right before the 4th quarter begins. And that was beautiful defense by Malcolm Butler on Jimmy Graham, the small guy and the big tight end. Beautiful play to set up a 3rd and 8. Here we go. We wanted to hit him with that zero coverage. We wanted to bring the pressure, especially Seattle has a battle line, and we bring it, and we successfully bring him down. Barkevious Mingo with another sack on the season. 2nd sack of the game. I think that's 12 sacks on the season. That was great. So we end up getting the ball back, dinking and diming down the field a little bit, put us in this 1st and 10 situation. Tom Brady's going to hit Floyd down the field, and he keeps going. So Floyd with the beautiful play down the field set up a 1st and 10. So Tom Brady, he hits Malcolm Mitchell. Tom Brady's really having it. He's having a good game start, 323 yards, touchdown. He's having a good game. Here we go with the play action. And LeGarrette Blount stopped from getting a 1st down. 3rd down and 1. Giving us the ball. Tom Brady making changes at the line of scrimmage. As we hit Amendola. Like I said, we wanted to get him involved, and we got him involved. Part of our game plan was to get Dola involved, and we successfully did that because Dola is the only one who seemed to be making plays. So we ended up making a 28-20 game. So kick the ball back to Seattle. And Russell Wilson, he's good in the 4th quarter too. You can't deny that. As Malcolm Butler misses Jermaine Kearse. That's a not good play. Russell Wilson's just as good in the 4th quarter. Well, not just good in the fourth quarter as Tom Brady, but he's a very clutch quarterback as well. And Russell Wilson hitting Jimmy Graham on the sideline to set up a 2nd and 4. Here we go. Bill Belichick is not happy. So 28-20, 2nd and 4, just under 6 minutes. Thomas Rawls with the big play to run it in for a touchdown. Thomas Rawls, 10th career rushing touchdown to make it a 28-26 game late in the fourth quarter. This was a game. I'm telling you, this game was tough. It was a tough fought game. Seattle really coming in long on that play. So they ended up having to go for 2, when they want to tie the game. 28-26, want to tie the game. And here we go. This is a crucial play in the game. We get pressure, and Russell Wilson can't get the pass off. Bill Belichick is satisfied. Pete Carroll, he ain't happy about that. But there's a lot of time left. So we ended up doing absolutely nothing with the ball. So Seattle ended up getting the ball back, and Russell Wilson hit again with that read option. Put them down in a 3rd down and 7. Crucial down in this game. To put 2-minute warning. Here we go. And beautiful play by Deron Harmon. Clutch tackle in open field on Jimmy Graham. So they end up getting the field goal. So Tom Brady, game-winning drive here. You know what he does best against a great defense. He's been held, this player's been held all game. Tom Brady's gonna find a way to make plays down the field. 342 yards against the Legion of Boom. That is just a great milestone. The one interception picked off by one of the best cover corners in the league. But this is a very tough defense, and this drive really, really, truly means a lot. So here we go. Tom Brady hacking the ball. 1:19 left, and James White going down and get out of bounds. All right, cool. So he gets out of bounds. Stop the clock. I know Tom Brady wanted to really be this is a very tough defense. We're going to be very conservative. Do certain dinking and dunking down the field. Don't try to hit any big plays. We want to waste the clock and possibly get a field goal. If we can get a touchdown, that'd be amazing. We want the least amount of time in the pocket and on the clock as possible. And that penalty definitely helped us with the late hit out of bounds. Garrett Blount trying to find his way and to gain some more yards. Seattle ends up trying to waste their timeouts because they want as much time on the clock as they possibly can. Once Russell Wilson gets the ball back, Garrett Blount, great tackle by Cam Chancellor. That is power versus power. Can't really fight that, And so here we go. James Devlin trying to get in that end zone. So Seattle calls another timeout. So we end up wanting, like I said, we want to leave least amount of time on the clock as possible. So we end up taking a knee here because we want to either have a game winning, we need to have a touchdown with very little time, or a field goal with very little time. We just need as least amount of time as possible on the clock to realistically have us in a good situation. Here pretty soon I'm about to stop talking and I'm going to leave the audio to the game's audio. So here we go with the game-winning field goal. Potential game-winning field goal.
A touchdown machine all year long.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. So it is up and good, and what was a 1-point game to the very end actually winds up an 8-point victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the
Well, y'all saw that bullshit. Y'all saw it. Y'all can just look at these stats here. I was so mad. The bullshit. Special teams is big. Told you guys. Yeah, I was not happy when this happened. Played this game really late. And maybe you can criticize. Maybe I should have been more aggressive and just gotten a touchdown early on in the drive instead of kneeling the ball there. But hey, I felt it was best. I didn't want to have some dumb penalties been happening against us the entire game. I didn't want to have a potential situation where our defense will get a defensive pass interference and then they just kick a field goal to win the game. But yep, that didn't make me happy at all. So here we go. That's going to advance us into the week. Go into week 11 against San Francisco 49ers. We have a couple people we should probably look at re-signing, possibly. Let's look here. So we have a lot of people we don't really want to sign back. Justin Coleman, let's get him back. The age is young. Chris Baker, 26 years old. Yeah, we don't want to sign him back. Justin Coleman, 23 years old, young corner. Definitely want to sign him back or possibly look to the draft. But we get him back. But all right, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all with that. See y'all next week against the 49ers. And peace out.